Hi, beautiful creatures. Welcome back to Authentically Maskless, and where we talk about the law of attraction, law of assumption, Neville Goddard teachings, Dr. Joseph Murphy, manifestation, biblical interpretations, and of course my own personal experience, so that we can learn from each other and don't do the same mistakes. Now, what my channel is about is to uncover the mask we adopt along the way that is not the truth, but to uncover our true identity, who we are truly being. So let's talk about what is manifestation. Manifestation is to see the unseen seen. Now, I know we all have heard probably, and if you didn't and you are still new to the law of attraction, law of assumption, manifestation community, it is to have a desire with intention to make that manifest into our physical reality. Now, our mind, our imagination is the cause, and our 3D reality, the physical plane, this the world that we see outside of ourselves, is the effect of our imagination that we created in our mind. Now, if we think about it, we've always been manifesting our physical reality, but we unconsciously did manifest certain things into our life until we became aware and awaken and realized that we can choose the new identity and the new being that we would like or to desire to become. So I must admit, this was quite a very intense and long and stressful and hard journey for me, because I had a lot of challenges along the way, and my breach of incidents that Neville Goddard talk about is that my breach of incidents is not quite there where I want to be, and I'm still on the process of the unfolding of it. So in the end, I'm still processing, I'm still living in the end. um but I am going to give you the truth. I am going to be raw with you guys, so that you don't do the same mistake as I did when I started the law of the manifestation journey, because I didn't have someone to guide me, and also I didn't have the finances to maybe, go for coaching. I've done coaching sessions with a few coaches, that is wonderful, but in the end of the day, even if you go and do coaching with another coach or with another person, your new identity must be aligned with the unfolding. Because for me, it took me quite a while to embody the new version of myself, to become that new person. And even though the coaches that helped me, that is wonderful, because they brought me where I am today, my identity of me did shift. But I was not ready as yet to become the new version of myself, because there was still limitations and things that I went through to get to the place where I am. However, not everyone's journey need to be very difficult, hard, where you have blood, sweat, and tears, and all of the stuff that is going on. You can still manifest and become the new person, because manifestation is become the you are actually only just identifying, or not even identifying, you just acknowledge the person you already are. It is like the same with your name. You are born with a name, and if someone else calls you something different, You're not going to be faced about it, because you have the knowing who you are and what your name are, correct? Now the same with anything that you are choosing, what you desire and choose to be, you embody that state, that embodiment of I am that version of this reality of what I desire to become or to be. Now my purpose of my channel, and this here I am going to make work of it, to help people to become that version of themselves that is maskless, to realize the new identity, no, not new identity, the real proof, the real identity that they forgot they are already are, because that is what happened. We forgot that we are gods of our own reality, and that we conditioned it by adopting all of these untrue beliefs and fears and circumstantial conditions that made us believe that we are this certain version of ourselves. So I am join the channel, subscribe, leave a comment, ask your questions. I am going to upload some few videos for new beginners that is currently new to manifestation, the law of attraction, law of assumptions, and how to become the identity. Because remember, we are actually not manifesting anything or we don't actually create, we select the creation, because creation is already finished. So we just select the quantum possibility of whatever exists, and there is so many versions of us existing right now that we actually just selecting that new version of ourselves, and we embody that state by know that it's already done. But for some of us, we still need a little bit of techniques to help and assist us along the journey, so that we can realize and remind ourselves with the techniques we do. The technique alone does not manifest anything. It just helps us align to the correct path of what we desire, the end that we desire to achieve. Just remember that, because with a lot of us, and especially with me, I'm doing this for the past 6 years now, and I must admit that because I were not familiar with manifestation, I actually started to obsess doing techniques, and I started to obsess about the desire that I actually want to achieve. And then I spiraled, and I caused myself a lot of anxiety. I have toxic positivity that I forced on myself, and due to that I caused some depression, and with the depression I actually got manifested some illness in my body because of that. And however, I did got some partial end results that I will also catch on and explain what I mean with partial manifestation by end, or partial of what I actually desired and wanted, but I didn't fully got to the end what I wanted. So I want to give you guys everything that you need to know, so that you don't do the same mistake that I did and get into that state of being who you already are, by remembering who you are, and get into that end desire state naturally without causing yourself some anxiety, depression, and OCD. Because I have OCD, because I think I do, well, it's also a limiting belief, but I do believe that I think I have a little bit of ADHD, that I was just never, maybe, again, I mustn't say that, because then I solidify that illness or disorder or whatever they fucking call it. But anyway, so anyway, I do, my personality is, I do have the tendency to obsess, and I have an OCD personality because I'm a perfectionist. So I try very hard to do something perfect, and it caused me to have rheumatoid arthritis flare-ups and my cirrhosis that I have for the past 13 years, that I will also get back to you guys and explain how I've manifested that back then. And also I had a very, very bad skin acne issue and problems, skin problems, because of the stress, the anxiety, and the illness that I've experienced. So for the guys that don't know me, I want to give you some personal information so that you can think about it, if I am the kind of person that you would like to work with, and if there is things that you probably are currently now experiencing in your reality that is undesired, and yet you can resonate with me or not. So I were married, I am divorced now, I have two beautiful kids, and my journey were about a specific person. Now, for the guys who don't know what a specific, or SP, it stands for a specific person, special person, the person that you desire to have a romantic, loving, committed relationship. But specific person can also mean anyone in your family, a friend, a mother, a brother, a sister, or whatsoever. That is where my journey started. I started with my conscience manifestation journey about 6 years ago. I started with the law of attraction, The Secret, most of us do. And then I came across Neville Goddard's teachings, and then I just started to learn about manifestation, spirituality, the biblical meaning, and then I become aware that everything comes down to the state of being, becoming the being, the law of being. You are the version of yourself that is identifying the new story that you want to experience in your life, but you already experienced it, because that is actually what Neville Goddard actually talked about. That is that easy. But for some reason, and I think this is a community problem or a trend, it's not that easy, because there's a lot of clickbait things outside that make you believe that you can manifest instantly and in a time frame, that however you can manifest in a time frame, in a short period of time, or instant manifestation. But with that, there is also the identity of not over obsessing about it and have that strong authority of knowing that it will happen. And that's things that people don't really necessarily talk about. So I really want to give you guys everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know about manifestation and how to get into the path of least resistance and to get your end goal as soon as possible, as quick as possible, without a lot of effort, and just make it simple to you guys without really complicating it, because it's not complicated. And I really want to help you guys to get to that place where I was struggling for 6 years, and it's freaking unnecessary. So let's dive in and If you would like to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, just follow me and see if you resonate with it.